Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the KTAL News Now Digital Streaming Center. So, as you can see, I am joined by two very special guests. Our sports team is here. We have John Satori and Sam Rothman. Hey, guys, how are you doing today?
Great.
We're good.
Brittany. Headphones. How do we get headphones?
Yeah. We can't hear.
You got to work up to this.
Okay,
this is,
fair.
This
This
is
is my
the
first
big
time.
cheer.
Second
I'm just
episode.
kidding.
Is this your second episode?
No. See how it goes. Second episode, we might earn
Oh,
headphones.
I hope.
You got to stick around so we can get
So
fancy
yeah.
up in here, get the viewers in. So if you're tuned in right now and hanging out with us, we are talking all sports, all things sports right now, talking about the top highlights of the week. But more importantly, there's a little bit of a transition period right now. Football season has come to an end. We're moving into, or we're pretty much in basketball season right now. We're home stretch, I'd like to say, maybe into the March Madness. And then baseball season is just around the corner. So we're talking about all that right now. And just to top it off, let's start with just basketball as we're in the midst of that. Can you guys talk a little bit about what you've been seeing from some of the local schools so far?
Yeah, I'll start. Louisiana Tech, first year under Talvin Hester, we haven't seen what we've seen in the past from that team. Going and being a real favorite in Conference USA, kind of in the middle there.
I think there's positives to take away, though. You've seen them play really hard and get. The problem is, I think with the young team, they can't close out. They can't close out the games. But you see glimpses of what this team could be in the future.
Yeah, and then Northwestern State's having a great year under Corey Gibson, first-year head coach Corey Gibson. They've got a chance to make an NCAA tournament. They're tied for first in the Southland Conference right now. And then Centenary, final home game tonight. If you're looking for something to do, go to the Gold Dome. Seth Thomas, senior forward for them. He's 6 points away from 1,000 career points, which is 994 more than I have in my college career. So
That's awesome. That's such a cool big milestone for him to accomplish. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Dude, super happy for him. Hopefully he stays healthy and eclipses that 1,000-point mark and keeps on going.
Another team I wanted to talk a little bit about, this is maybe a little more regional, so we're expanding our viewer range right now by talking about this, but LSU women's basketball looks like they are really killing it right now. They're 23-0, 23-win streak. Their next matchup is against number 1 ranked South Carolina on Sunday. What do you guys think about that?
I'm super excited.
I think that's the game.
That's the game right there. That's the game. Fun fact: Kim Mulkey, the head coach, is from where I went to college.
Yeah.
Tickfall, Louisiana. Which is Sam. I see the confusion on your face.
You always told me she was from Hammond.
She went to Hammond High School. Tickfall is 3 minutes outside of Hammond.
I don't know if you can claim her, but that's okay.
We're gonna claim her.
She's got ties here, obviously going to Tech though.
I guess.
Oh, yes.
I guess.
She had an okay career here, I guess.
She was all right.
Yeah.
No, they are very good.
Yep.
They're very, very good. And South Carolina, LSU. It's cool that we're even talking about women's basketball at this point. That's the important thing here. Is there is a team in Baton Rouge that we cover kind of from an outside perspective that we're even talking about. I think that's cool.
Yeah, they hold the record now in the PMAC, which is crazy. LSU women against Tennessee, they now hold the attendance record.
Attendance record?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Well, I thought you meant.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
You got me.
That's
women's
fantastic.
basketball.
That's fantastic.
You build it, they'll come, right?
If you build it, they'll come. People want to support a winner, they're winning. Yes.
Well, you guys heard it here first. This Sunday, that's going to be the game to watch for women's basketball. For what time? A good question. Do we have that there? We don't have that time there.
Let me
okay,
find
go
out.
ahead. Go do that research.
Yeah, everyone. Specialty. Everybody at home. When's the game? We've got you covered here on the Power Play, Shreveport Power Play. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Perfect.
Tune in.
Great little afternoon treat.
Yeah, a little matinee.
Okay, all right.
Well, let's go ahead. Let's move forward. Let's look at some other teams we have here. Any other big men's basketball teams maybe we should be looking at coming up as we kind of wrap up the closing of their season, last month up until March Madness.
We talked about everyone. Grambling. We're not going to talk about LSU men because they don't deserve it. But Grambling men, they're 15-8, and they've been really good. It's hard to find teams at that level that are good away from home. They've actually been very good away from home. They've got a chance. They're not first in their conference. They're not first in the SWAC, but they've got a chance to make some noise. Well, I think that there are two very real chances to make the NCAA tournament, to make March Madness, and that's Grambling and Northwestern State. Louisiana Tech needs a little bit of work.
They're gonna need help.
Needs a little bit of help.
They're gonna need help, and it looks like they're not gonna get that help. It looks like.
Well, they got to get hot during the tournament.
Yeah.
Got to get hot during the tournament, and if they do that, then we're all wrong. But I think that Northwestern State and Grambling are the two that we really need to be keeping an eye on.
We'll have to go back to this live stream.
Yes.
Yeah. Book it.
Northwestern State won't make it though because that spot will be taken by Southeastern Louisiana University.
Sure.
That matters.
You're just saying.
So like one person who's watching this probably, and it's probably my dad.
Well, hopefully he's tuned in and he's watching. He's proud right now.
This is my big moment.
Well, as you bring up Grambling and NSU, it looks like their next matchups. G-Man Nation, they're facing Texas Southern next, and then that's coming up, and then NSU men's basketball, they're looking to face Texas A&M Commerce. Tonight actually. Tonight at 8:00.
That is a huge game. North State's in first in the conference. If they keep winning out, they actually they control their own destiny because they're tied with two other schools. But if they own the tiebreaker over both of them, so if they win out, boom.
They're in.
Hang the banner.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Awesome. Super cool. Well, let's actually move into some high school. We don't want to leave them out. So what about high school basketball here locally? How are you feeling about some of the teams, maybe Airline? How are those boys and girls doing on the basketball court?
I am super excited for a game that's happening tomorrow. Huntington and Bossier, most likely going to determine who the District 148 champion is. You've got a fantastic program in Bossier, a fantastic program in Huntington. Both of them made the semifinals last year. And my personal favorite player to watch in the area this year, DeCedric Webb for Huntington, finishing up his senior year. It's going to be a huge game. It's at Huntington. Crazy atmosphere. I'm super excited for that one.
Last time I was at Huntington, they barely even let me in because they were at full capacity. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of people there.
Yes, that's going to be awesome.
Yes.
That's going to be awesome. That's tomorrow night, 7:30.
Yep.
Again, if you're looking for something to do, that's what
Shout
we're
out to
about here.
Huntington.
We're about helping you find the places to be.
Yeah.
The places to be are usually just where we are.
Right.
Because they're at all the top games.
Exactly.
Right. It's a good rule of thumb. And on the girls' side, Parkway, Michaela Williams, we only have a few more opportunities to watch arguably the greatest women's basketball player to ever play in Shreveport-Bossier.
Luckily for us, she's not leaving the state. We talked about LSU women so long.
Yes.
She's heading off to Baton Rouge next year.
Yes, but don't miss the opportunity to say that you saw her in person as a high school senior. Parkway's essentially got the district championship locked up.
Yeah, not only her. That team's stacked.
Yes,
they
very good chance to win a state championship if they stay healthy, play their game. But a couple more games left in the high school career of Michaela Williams. Make sure you head out to Parkway and check her out because she is worth it. She is worth it. Fantastic.
Well, we got some exciting stuff right there.
You're pushing a lot of buttons over there.
Yeah, I'm handling all the things back here.
Take the kids behind the scenes a little bit. What are you doing? Because I'm fascinated.
This is just the magic behind the screen. I mean, they can't really see much of what's going on here.
It's more for me.
Okay. I can show you later, John.
Just know that Brittany's doing a great job behind the scenes.
It's incredible. She's hosting it
Thank you.
I guess you're directing it.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
We're doing all the stuff back here. So thank you guys all for tuning in. We have so much more to still talk about. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but the first round of playoffs for high school basketball is Thursday, February 16th.
That sounds right.
That's crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so soon.
It's next week, right? Today's
Like
the 9th, huh?
Yeah.
So a week from today.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That makes sense because then a couple rounds and then you're in March Madness.
March Madness.
I learned that. I like it.
Hey, see, the thing with March Madness, it was always in location. It made sense to call it March Madness. Now they started moving it.
Yeah.
It's not always in a marshy area. It is back in its rightful place.
It is in a marshy area, yeah.
It's back in its rightful place this year, but last year it was in Hammond. We don't have a lot of marshes.
Well, boys was in Marsh.
Yes, in the marsh. Yes, Marsh Madness.
In Burton Coliseum, but marshy area.
I think they're moving it out of there. I think it's in the new arena this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
so there you go.
Stay tuned for that.
Head to Lake Charles with us, everybody.
At first, I thought you guys were saying like Marchy, but then I realized you're actually saying like an area, Marsh.
Yeah. Marshy area.
It's in a marshy and marshy area.
Marshes
Not a lot of
Long
marshes up
Island.
in New York, but that's okay.
It is okay.
I'm
It's probably for the
experiencing it now.
best, honestly. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot going on near the marsh because it's water. Can't do a lot with it.
Okay. All right.
We got it. Marshy, March Madness.
March
Yeah.
Madness in March.
Anyone who is tuning in who is familiar with me knows that this is pretty par for the course. If you're not and you're enjoying it, be sure to tune into the Friday Night Blitz this upcoming football season for like 2.5 hours of just this.
I mean, you don't never know what you're gonna get. He's a character. It's a great time.
If you don't enjoy it, I apologize. You'll be back to regular scheduled programming pretty soon.
Well, we're having fun here, so thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to go ahead and transition now and turn to some baseball, as that is just around the corner. So let's just take a look at some of maybe the teams, how they ended their season last year, and now with the season coming up. I think they're starting in about a week or two for some of the games. But what were some teams that you guys saw last season that really stood out to you that maybe you're excited to see this season?
You can start because you have an allegiance to one of our teams.
I have an allegiance. Louisiana Tech baseball. I'm sure everyone's excited about that. They are the talk of Conference USA. They are preseason ranking #1 for the first time in history. I think Coach Burrows had in his introductory press conference said that when he first took the job, he said, "I dream we can have a sellout crowd," and they told him that would never happen. Well, they have a sellout crowd. No individual game tickets available. Season hasn't even started yet. So that I think says about the hype. Back-to-back regionals, hosting a regional, and they've got a pretty good team this year too. A lot of returners. So
yeah, definitely.
That they start next weekend. 4-game set against BYU starts Friday.
Be fun.
So
be fun.
Fun to watch them over at the Love Shack.
Yep.
A little pump it up action.
There you go. LSU Shreveport was my big one last year.
Yeah.
Made the NAIA World Series. They're
already playing.
Yes, they are, and playing well. Only one loss, I believe, maybe 2. But they're over. They host a big tournament in Sterlington, Louisiana, with some of the best NAIA programs in the country. That's going on right now. The Cajun Collision. But super excited to watch Coach Neff and the guys
on the new turf.
On the new turf. They got new turf over there at LSU West. That was another basketball team we didn't talk about either. Is LSU West. We deserve. They're gonna make a run for an NAIA tournament spot. We'll see if they do, but that's coming up too for LSU West.
Sweet. So some exciting stuff coming up for baseball, LSUS, and also their basketball team. So thank you for that. Any high schools, looking into the high schools for baseball, they kind of kick off their season. I noticed, and this is new for me, just seeing like with a lot of jamborees and things like that. Yeah. So
it's weird for us too because we'll be on Twitter and it's like,
they played.
They played a game. Well, it didn't count, but they played a game. Calvary was the big team last year. They're returning a lot of talent this year. But look, 5A, you got Parkway, you got Benton, you got Airline. They're all going to be contenders. Bird, of course. Bird made a deep playoff run last year. I'm excited because there's a lot of unknowns. In about a month, there's going to be some players that we may have not heard of who are going to become household names. I think baseball is that sport that there's so much unknown going into every high school year, and by the end of it, we see these stars arise. Speaking of one of our old ones, Peyton Stovall from Houghton, going to be starting for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Yeah. They've got a chance to win a national championship this year.
He did great last year.
He was fantastic in the College World Series. So that's another thing to keep.
You talked about unknowns. I think if there's one known, you can book it right now. I'm going to say it. North DeSoto softball winning another state championship.
A
little softball, but
yeah, we got to bring some softball.
Just letting you know. I said North DeSoto football was going to make a state championship.
They made it.
They did.
They did make it.
And North DeSoto softball will make the state championship, and they will win again.
Wow, that is bold.
That would be 3 straight.
I don't know if a lot of people are doing softball bold predictions,
well,
but
I'm
Sam
doing
Rothman is diving in.
I'm doing it.
I don't know if you could put some money on it, but I mean, if Sam says it.
I don't.
That's what I would put money on.
That's extremely sad that you're betting on prep softball.
Hey, why does it have to be sad? I mean,
because these are
just showing how much I believe in that
they're
program.
Kids. Who's your guy who's giving you betting lines for high school softball?
We're just messing, John. We're just messing.
This was a joke. This was a bit. Oh.
Yeah.
It just shows her. Yeah. It's just showing the pride, the commitment. That's all it is. Yeah. Well, we're so happy you brought up softball, though, because, there are some teams that we want to keep our eye on. So we know what Sam's is. John, do you have any that you're keeping your eye on?
Manny's is good.
Oh, yeah.
Manny's always good. So there we go. I know that. Calvary, Airline, and Sam picked the best one. North DeSoto. They are a powerhouse. In Stonewall. Yes. So if you're a softball fan, you can go watch them, and like 7 of their 9 starting lineup is probably going to go play Division I college.
Or already committed. Yeah.
So
committed as like
you can say you saw them
freshman.
In high school.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, well, before we move into our fun little game, so stick with us because we are going to be looking at some top matchups. Let's touch on the Mudbugs a little bit, some hockey. What are your thoughts there, how they're doing with their season so far?
I think they look good. They look good every year that I've been here. They always play playoff hockey even before playoffs start, which Soupy preaches that. They're on the road for a little while. They've got some tough matchups on the road. So I think this is an important stretch for them.
Sure is. 6 points ahead.
Yeah.
They're back home February 24th. That is the place to be. Church Coliseum. If you have not been to a Mudbugs game,
I'm missing out.
You are missing out. It is the most fun time, the most fun 3 hours that you will spend on any given night in Shreveport, Louisiana. Be there, Hirsch Coliseum. They do a phenomenal job, and it's a big rivalry series, February 24th, and I believe 25th, if I'm correct there in my dates. I know the 24th is one of the dates. Get there. Get there to George's Pond. You'll have the best time, and I'm sure that you will be back if you have not been before.
Super fun. And then for, and I'm sorry if you already said this, but for those who don't know, do they have like a like hockey? I'm not familiar with hockey. Do the playoffs, like is the big game? When's that coming up?
Come up in mid-March is when the playoffs begin.
Wow. All
right. I believe, because there's only about 20 games left.
Yeah.
So 5 weeks. 5 weeks left. Okay. There you go.
All right. Well, y'all heard it here first. The big game's coming up just around the...
It is. Home. I was waiting for you to mention that.
So the first 1,000 kids get a Dr. Seuss cat in the hat.
Can we get it if we show up?
I'm sure if we ask.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if it'll fit. I think it's for children though. So it would be a hat that doesn't fit.
Just memorabilia.
Just a little decoration.
Exactly.
All right, let's move into the funnest part of this whole stream, the part everybody maybe has been waiting for. So we're going to look at some top matchups right here, right now. And I mean, you guys can put your input too. Go ahead and put them in the comment section. So we're going to look.
Excited to hear
what people have to say. Yeah, I mean, so here, let's start with, we're starting with men's basketball. LSU Tigers versus Texas A&M, Saturday, February 11th. What do you guys have to say?
We
I'm
didn't
giving
even
an
talk
X to LSU.
Okay. They're just not
they
very
stink.
good. Or what John said.
The team stinks.
Okay.
Lost 10 in a They've lost 10 in a row. They stink.
Going through a transition period. A lot of new.
So is Northwestern State. Northwestern State's first
That's
in the conference.
Very true.
Transition
That's very
period.
true.
This team is not any good. Texas A&M,
middle of the pack.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
These two are not holding back here, okay? All right, next for the LSU Tigers. They're just not looking too good this season. I think they're actually on a losing streak. I think 11-game losing streak. So
that's not great.
It's a tough one for them. But okay, I mean, this one everybody wants to hear. Everybody has an input. So tell us what you guys think right now. NFL Super Bowl 57, Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles, Sunday, February 12th. What do you guys have to say?
I have to say that is on Fox 33. So make sure you tune into the Super Bowl on Fox 33, KMSS. That's what I have to say. That's my prediction.
You don't have a pick?
Oh, I do. I want to see what your pick is.
I've told you my pick. My pick is Kansas City. You got Mahomes playing 20% on an ankle maybe 2 weeks ago and looking like didn't miss a beat.
Didn't miss a beat.
So I don't think he'll be 100% on Sunday, but I think he'll be closer than he was 2 weeks ago. So
you're giving a check
to Kansas City.
To Kansas City. I'm also giving a check to Kansas City. I'm also giving a check to L'Jarius Sneed.
Yes.
Minden High School. He'll be playing for the Chiefs.
Okay. Do you know that Philly is the favorite?
I do, and that
doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, they've dominated. They've dominated, and I think part of it is that everyone, but mostly everyone, has a rooting interest in the Eagles. I think that has an effect. I don't think there's many people who are. They may pick the Chiefs, but I don't think many people are rooting for the Chiefs. You know, everybody likes to see a new.
Yeah,
a new
I
contender.
get that. I see a new contender. So.
Okay.
Everybody loves an underdog story, I think, too.
Right.
So maybe that's a part of the reason why. Yeah.
The fact that they're an underdog is crazy too. Though,
we can't really claim Patrick Mahomes because he's outside of our viewing area, but he did play a lot of the teams that are in our viewing area. So we'll claim him from White House.
Something interesting I actually saw today, too, is both Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, they're both from Texas.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Where is Jalen Hurts from? He's from Dallas.
I think he's outside of Dallas. Yeah, one of the suburbs. Or outside of Houston. It's either Dallas
He's
or
a Houston guy.
He's Houston? All right.
Dallas.
Awesome.
Good stuff there.
Cool, yeah.
So from White House.
Yeah, we skip over that.
Okay.
On TikTok if you want to watch that.
All right, we're going to move over to our next matchup here with baseball. So, of course, we already said that that's just around the corner. So, we're looking ahead, very much ahead right now. Grambling State versus Prairie View A&M. How do you guys feel about Grambling State in that matchup?
And that's baseball? When is that?
That is baseball, February 17th.
No,
That'll be Friday, February 17th for anyone wanting to catch that game.
I'm asking, I'm finding out in real time. Where is that game being played?
That's a good question, John. We'll have to look more into that for you and for our viewers.
I didn't know what page you were on. Because in the season, a lot of these schools like Grambling, Prairie View A&M, Southern, they play at neutral sites. So I didn't know if they were playing in like a major league stadium. I'm gonna find out for myself because I'm probably the only one who cares.
Should have known that.
But I'll take Grambling. I'm excited for Grambling this year. The fun thing about SWAC baseball is every year you really don't know what you're gonna get. Every year anybody could be the champion. In that conference, Grambling had a good chance to be the champion last year before losing in the conference tournament. So I'm excited for Grambling baseball, actually. Yeah.
Now let's look at softball. So we have that coming up too. And this game is this is the softball season kickoff. I'm pretty sure the Bearcat Classic, NSU Demons versus UTSA Roadrunners, Friday, February 10th. How do you guys feel about NSU? Yes, that is tomorrow.
It's softball opening day across the country tomorrow. I'm super excited. I will be.
I'm going with the Demons.
I'll go with the Demons as well. I will say UTSA.
Pretty good.
Oh yeah.
So that's going to be a good game to watch for you guys out there who are interested and want to see, softball kick off and you're interested in that. You guys can catch that. Let's look at just maybe a few more here. Let's look at some women's basketball. So, of course, you guys hyped them up. I don't know if we talked about this yet, though. Of course, LSU Tigers versus South Carolina. I mean, we talked about it a little bit. Like, this is going to be the game to watch. What do you guys think about the LSU Tigers? Are you going for them? You don't think they're going to pull it off?
Think this is where it ends for them.
I'm not. Oh, no.
You think it continues?
I think Kim Mulkey's a queen.
There's no doubt about it.
And I think she...
You know who else is a queen? Everyone who plays basketball for South Carolina, though. They're very good. and they're established.
They're very good.
They're established. But I think that LSU has had some close calls during SEC play.
They have had some close calls, but they got it done, which
over
shows
teams that they were much better than, though.
Yeah, but they're
South
getting
Carolina is ridiculously good. Ridiculously good. So I think this is where it ends. I think it's close. I wouldn't be shocked if LSU wins.
No.
But I'm gonna,
I'm going with LSU.
Cutting against
are they the underdog? I guess they are, right?
LSU is ranked number 3, and then South Carolina is ranked number 1.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
But in reality, LSU is probably number 2. I think.
Yeah, I think
number 2 lost this week. They haven't updated the rankings yet. So it's basically number 1. It's 1-2.
Yeah.
I'm
going with
Carolina. 2. Okay.
Well, I think we're going to end it off right there. Thank you guys so much for joining me here in the KTAL News Now Digital Streaming Center.
Please, we're on every Sunday at 10:30 on NBC6 immediately following the 10 o'clock news.
Not this week, but
every other week. And then you can also catch us at the back end of every newscast on Fox and NBC. I hope you had a great time with it. And if you didn't, I'm sorry.
And you guys can catch all the latest stories and everything that they're covering right here on KTALnews.com. You can just head on over to the sports tab and see all their stories and everything that they're covering throughout the week. They're at all the top schools covering all the top games for you so that you don't miss a beat. Also, download...
Really quick, we got one more plug. Sam has a great story coming out tonight on Fox and NBC. About an airline wrestler going for
Ernie Perry III. He's going for his 4th state championship, and if you do the math, yes, he's won a state championship freshman, sophomore, junior, now going for it senior year, make airline history tonight.
There you go.
Not tonight, tomorrow.
Not tonight, tomorrow. But the stories tonight. Tune in.
Stories tonight.
All right, so don't miss that. You guys heard that here first. Also, don't forget to download the KTAL News Now app so that you don't miss a beat. You can download that and get push notifications. We're going to be doing this throughout the rest of the year. Catch us here every other Thursday, bringing you the top highlights of the week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.